Hey everybody, Jeff Reinhart here with you, back again, LL League Football, talking points for week 5. Wow, halfway home after this week. Seems like the season just started, and week 5 is on the docket. So wrap up week 4, which for the second time in 3 weeks went long because of rain. Had a Saturday game, had some Monday games, so week 4 is finally to bed. So 5 talking points for this week, a couple quick hitters on a couple things from around the league that I find quite notable. So 5 talking points. Ready? Here we go. Number 1. How about Joe Welk from Solanco? Oh my goodness, did you see what he did on Friday against Elizabethtown? Mr. Welk, and I've been telling you about this kid here for a couple of years. Maybe the most underrated player in the league, because not a lot of people know who he is, because he kind of plays in Quarryville. And wow, 13 carries, 344 yards. That's 26 yards per carry, and 4 touchdown runs, including a 96-yard touchdown run in Solanco's win over E-Town. Much needed win. That was their first win. A couple of 0-3s there. Solanco breaks through and gets a W. More on Solanco in a little bit. But Welk just went crazy. 344 yards, school record. And yes, he is the LL League News Player of the Week. And I'm headed to Quarryville on Tuesday to go chat with Mr. Welk and see what that game was all about. Holy moly. Number 2, let's talk resurgence. 2 teams that I've seen here a couple of times early on doing some things. Garden Spot, 0-10 a couple of years ago, bounced back to 4-6 last season, opened some highs, pegged them to be in the Section 2 race, and here they are. I was over there Friday in the mud, in the slop in New Holland, and Garden Spot put a hurting on CV. Bucks running game just never got going in the mud. I think they had 1 first down in the first half, and Garden Spot held CV to just 82 yards total. Moved the ball, did turn it over a couple of times, but for the most part moved the ball, had a couple of sustained drives. John Armbrust has been terrific at quarterback, running that offense. Dakota Lead has stepped in for Adam Hassan. He's been great at running back. He's well up over 400 yards. Really like what Garden Spot's doing. Think they're going to be in the Section 2 race. And Lead pretty much said after the game, we expect to be there and we expect to run the table in Section 2. So thought those were interesting comments. So keep an eye on Garden Spot. Also keep an eye on Peckway Valley. I'm tired of people just kind of giving them a hard time. Enjoy the fact that PV is 3-1, please. These kids earned it. They put the time in. New coach came in, cleared house, new rules, we're working out, conditioning, rough and tumble. Braves are totally different, and I've seen them twice now, and they look nothing like the teams from the last couple of years. 14 or 15 seniors on the team. They hit you, they punch you in the mouth, they win at the line of scrimmage. Chris Schmidt is phenomenal, 200 yards rushing again. Second time this season he's been over 200 against Danville Clint on Monday night. He was there for that. Come on, gang. Give some love to PV. Seriously. All I see is haters on the blogs and stuff, and they're still no good and blah 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 blah. Peckway's 3-1 for the first time since 2002, so give them their due. Long way to go, obviously, but PV's 3-1 and Garden Spot is 3-1, and good resurgence stories there. Okay, number 3, Wilson's defense. Have you seen these numbers? They only brought back 2 kids, starters on defense, and the last 4 weeks, they've gotten better every week. Gave up a bunch of yards to Governor Mifflin in week 1 of the loss, but since then, almost next to nothing. Held McCaskey to 105 yards on Friday in the slop at McCaskey. Wilson's only given up 266 rushing yards through 4 weeks. That's it. And the Bulldogs are giving up 163 yards a game, number 1 in the LL League. So, yeah. They got that side of the ball figured out. Took a little while, but they had the kids where they want them. Linebacking crew has been really good, and they found the kids to plug in. And Wilson's defense is back where it normally is. Number 1 in the league, 163 yards against. Wow, that's scary. Number 4, tip of the hat to John Mannion at LS. Been telling you about this for a couple of weeks here. Coach Mannion got his 100th win on Monday night when LS spanked Lebanon 42-0. Held the Cedars to about 130 yards or less, somewhere in that range. LS improves to 3-1. Wins its section opener, so it looks like LS is dead serious here about repeating as champ. They come out in the section 2 opener and thump Lebanon, which has lost 2 in a row here. They're scuffling a tad. So 100 career wins for Coach Mannion. Congrats. Okay, week 5. Second week of league games, and I thought this was kind of odd. There's only 2 games where there's a 1-0 against a 1-0. I thought there'd be some more there. But only 2 games where first place will be on the line here with a couple of 1-0s. First up, Section 1, Mannheim Township at Warwick. Streaks are playing great. Since the week 1 OT loss at Central Dauphin, they've won 3 in a row. Held off Ephrata late in week 4 last week. Needed a late touchdown from Scott Saladay, who's been awesome, and this kid just scores touchdowns one after another. He had a late TD. Streaks win. They hold off Ephrata. They'll go to Warwick, which got its first win here Friday. Beats Cedar Crest 45-34. Wacky score. A lot of points in that one. I figured there would be. So Township, Warwick, they're both 1-0. They'll play in Lidditz on Friday. The other game, 1-0 is Mannheim Central against Solanco in Coreyville. That's a 7:30 kick on Friday. Barons come back, beat Cocalico 21-20 after trailing 20-0. Wow, that's 2 weeks in a row that Cocalico gave up big leads. 13-0 to Mifflin and 20-0 to Mannheim. Couldn't hold on to either. So the Barons go to 3-1. They get Solanco and Joe Welk. See if they can contain him. Solanco coming off its first win, as mentioned, big over E-Town. And as of right now, that looks like the game that I'm going to block. I think I'm going to head to Coreyville. I feel bad because I was going to do their Oxford game earlier this season on the Saturday, and some games got moved around, and I ended up missing that game. So I think I'll do the live blog on Friday from Coreyville. Mannheim Central at Solanco, 7:30 kick. Okay, those are your 5 talking points. Good stuff. A lot of nice storylines developing here. I can't believe this is week 5. It just hit me that this is week 5 and it's halfway already. Seems like we just got started. So there you go. All right, keep it on the page. Previews, more video stuff coming up in the next couple days. When we have these Saturday, Monday games, I get a little bit behind, but I think I'm about caught up. So anyway, thanks for tuning in for football news. Appreciate it. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.